I don't know, man. It's a difficult thing because if you're asking on the individual level if there's a problem, does this individual have a problem with substances? To me, that means is this individual not managing some kind of habit that they formed with a substance? In other words, it's become compulsive. They've lost the ability to regulate its use, and it's beginning to affect their health negatively. So that would be the first thing. Are they monitoring their health? And then, okay, are they willing to, let's say they notice their blood pressure is up, but they've decided they're going to accept that as a risk. I don't, okay, whatever. I'm young. Blood pressure's up 20 points overall, but everything else is ticking along, and it seems to improve my ability to work longer, whatever. They make that decision, so they've made that personal decision. But then the next thing you have to look at is who else is it affecting? Am I putting anyone else at risk?
Mm-hmm.
Am I harming anybody with this behavior or pattern of use? So you've reached a conclusion that you're okay with the risks because of the benefits personally, and you're not putting anyone else at harm, then that should be fine. I mean, that's kind of an adult scenario. That's what most of us do with alcohol, right?
Sure.
We know it's not good for us, but sometimes we go out and we have some drinks, and most of the time we do the right thing and find a safe ride home, or don't do silly things. But that's something you have to monitor and watch out for. This was a report that we're referring to here that was done kind of, it was like a whistleblower having went through all the information in the United States about monitoring what was going on down there. This guy saw that all these companies were starting to monitor, so he put this paper together to sort of warn our government of the violations and the way it can impact people. This is how most of the drug testing was done, to my understanding anyways, when it was first rolled out en masse in the US, especially, mm-hmm. well, at any level, but even at the corporate level. So to understand just how intrusive drug testing is, the prevailing testing method of choice is urinalysis. That's what we're talking about. So you're going to pee in a cup. One person's account of urinalysis illustrates graphically just how degrading the experience might be. So this is a report from this lady. I was not informed of the test until I was walking down the hall towards the bathroom with the attendant. I thought, no problem. I've had urine tests before, and I do not take any type of drugs besides the occasional aspirin. I was led into a very small room with a toilet, sink, and a desk. I was given a container in which to urinate by the attendant. I waited for her to turn her back before pulling down my pants, but she told me she had to watch everything I did. I pulled down my pants, put the container in place. As she bent down to watch, gave her a sample, and even then she did not look away. I had to use the toilet paper as she watched, and then pulled up my pants. This may sound vulgar, and that is exactly what it is. I am a 40-year-old mother of 3, and nothing in my life I have ever done equals or deserves the humiliation, degradation, and mortification I felt. The protocols were you had to be same-sex to be an attendant, but that's a version of collecting a witnessed urine sample. And I have another one here. Now, I was shocked when I learned this, but they're still doing this.
Yeah.
And they're still doing it in Canada. The reason I was shocked was, I mean, I think I've mentioned it before, but I could never provide a sample under those conditions when I was in treatment. And so they gave up on me and just allowed me to do an unwitnessed, right? I didn't care as much, even though it wasn't like it was a lady who was watching, right? But if the situation was reversed, that would be, I just can't imagine it. But here is a situation where this woman was in a situation where, due to shortages in available people to do these tests, she went into a bathroom. The gentleman followed her in, closed the door. And in this example, it just blows my mind, but this woman's got a history of sexual trauma. that everybody involved in her monitoring knows about, and still this was allowed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to wrap my mind around, but the standards for this company were the witness and the registrant. So that's the person who's giving the sample to be in the washroom or stall together. The registrant must pull their shirt chest high, pull down their pants and undergarments, and do a complete full rotation in front of the witness, and then provide a sample while they watch. Like, what? What? And this is from 2020, a correspondence that I had with an individual in 2020.
Yeah.
This is the standards at this testing facility for a witness, although they couldn't find a same-sex person for this individual, so they had a man.
And the rationale is that one might fudge the results. One might have a little container of urine tucked up somewhere in their body or whatever that they can then use. That's the rationale they're using?
Yes.